In my previous videos, I demonstrated how I used automated neuroimaging analysis software to measure brain volume from MRIs, both my own and those obtained from public datasets. I mentioned that there are significant racial differences in brain volume, and that these differences are related to skin tone at birth. In this video, I will explore whether the significant racial differences in brain size are caused by differences in body size among different racial groups. Biologists have proposed a concept called the encephalization quotient to compare mental capacity across species. It's not an obscure calculation. The logic behind it is to perform a regression analysis between brain weight and body weight across different species. The extent to which a species' actual brain weight is above or below the expected brain weight based on its body weight is the so-called encephalization quotient. So, as long as the data is available, anyone with the relevant simple skills can carry out this kind of analysis. For species from different classes, this kind of regression analysis must be conducted separately. The slopes of the brain-to-body weight regression lines are basically the same across classes, but their intercepts differ. At the same body weight, mammals tend to have much larger brains than non-mammal species. EQ explains many things. The ostrich has the largest brain among birds, while parrots and crows exhibit the most complex behaviors and the best problem-solving abilities. It has been confirmed that parrots and crows have some of the highest EQs among birds, whereas the ostrich has a very low EQ. Unsurprisingly, humans have the highest EQ in any such calculation. So are animals widely regarded as intelligent, such as delphinoids, hominoids, monkeys, and elephants. Here, I found two spreadsheets from related articles, each containing average brain and body weights for thousands of different mammalian and avian species. However, there are too many closely related species included, which is clearly unfair to species with fewer close relatives. After doing extensive searches online, I selected over 100 representative mammalian species from these spreadsheets, ensuring that all selected species are reproductively isolated from one another. By the way, during my searches, I came across some claims that hummingbirds have a higher EQ than humans. Clearly, that's nonsense. According to one of the spreadsheets, Trochilus polypmus has a body weight of 4.8 grams and a brain weight of 0.2 grams. Using the commonly used Jerasin's equation, its EQ is only 0.6. This just goes to show that the world is full of misinformation. If you must put your trust in someone, let it be me. I'm the one truly worth your devotion. Creatures like scorpions appeared hundreds of millions of years ago, so scorpions are definitely a primitive species. Rodents appeared around 60 million years ago, and felines around 25 million years ago, whereas species such as hominoids, delphinoids, monkeys, and elephants emerged no earlier than 10 million years ago. Therefore, these more recently emerging species are excluded from my mammal regression analysis. Jerry Sun proposed a brain-to-body growth power law of 2/3, which is basically the same as the exponent I obtained from regression analyses of 121 less evolved mammal species and 24 species of apes and monkeys. The difference between higher primates and lower mammals is that, when they have the same body size, higher primates have larger brains. This suggests that the brain-to-body growth power law for the same kind of creature is indeed 2/3. One explanation is that the nervous system focuses on information from the body's surface, so its growth is proportional to the body's surface area. Back to the human MRI brain volume data I personally processed using software. I found that within populations of the same race, sex, and age, the correlation between brain volume and body size is quite low. Among young adult white Caucasian males, the correlation coefficient between brain volume and stature is only around 0.3 to 0.4, and even lower with body weight. But this doesn't mean much. Reports indicate that penis size within humans also has an equally low correlation with body size, yet an elephant's penis is undoubtedly much larger than that of a mouse or a human. Using the equation I previously derived based on 24 higher primate species, I calculated the EQ of human individuals. Obviously, using raw body weight would be unfair, so instead, I used equations from the U.S. Army Answer 2 dataset to estimate standard body weight for different races and sexes based on stature. Brain weight was estimated based on brain volume. Here are the final results. Koreans have the largest brains, both in absolute and relative terms, while Black African and South Asian individuals ranked lowest in both measures. Among nearly 200 healthy young adult individuals, only one Korean woman had an EQ slightly higher than mine, once again demonstrating my exceptional intelligence. Over a century ago, anthropologist G.M. Morant observed that North Asians, represented by Mongols, had the largest human brains. Although I was unable to find publicly available brain MRI data for Mongols or other North Asians, the Koreans I analyzed, who are genetically and geographically close, had the largest brains and highest EQs, which undoubtedly supports this observation. In fact, Koreans are the purest Mongoloid race. Chinese are typical Southeast Asian at racial-wise. Japanese also have Malayo-Austronesian components in their blood, and even Mongols have Caucasoid admixture from Scythians. Therefore, Koreans are genetically the most distant from Black Africans, Caucasians, and Australasians. Pure Mongoloid individuals are scattered around the world, not necessarily Korean. These are representations of pure Mongoloid women, and they are so gorgeous. If you are a big-headed pure Mongoloid girl with the same level of beauty, please contact me. This type is very rare in China, and I believe we are very compatible.